As Iran's shadow looms over Diego Garcia, Washington explores dramatic options to secure its most important Indian Ocean base. The Iran conflict and renewed regional instability have intensified U.S. efforts to lock in long-term control over Diego Garcia. Fearing any uncertainty over the base's future, Washington is pushing for ironclad guarantees on access and control. The Chagos dispute is emerging as a new source of friction between Donald Trump and Keir Starmer over the future of Diego Garcia. As Middle East tensions rise again, is Trump weighing bold moves to secure the strategically vital islands? The White House is reportedly considering the possibility of buying the Chagos Islands as concerns grow over the future status of Diego Garcia. U.S. officials drafted options aimed at bypassing Britain's current plan for the territory, according to a report by The Telegraph. The proposal was designed to secure long-term control of Diego Garcia, a critical US-UK military facility in the Indian Ocean. Under Prime Minister Keir Starmer's proposal, sovereignty over the Chagos Islands would transfer from Britain to Mauritius. US officials reportedly feared the arrangement could introduce new security and strategic vulnerabilities around the base. The Telegraph reported that the purchase option was discussed with US Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent. Sources told the newspaper that Bessent elevated the issue directly to President Donald Trump for consideration. The debate gained urgency after the Iran conflict renewed attention on the importance of strategic overseas military bases. Diego Garcia played a central role in supporting long-range US military operations across the Middle East region. Its location placed Iran within range of bomber missions and rapid power projection operations during the conflict. Some officials in Washington reportedly feared Mauritius' growing ties with China could complicate future military operations. The Telegraph said concerns included possible maritime surveillance activities and broader espionage-related security risks. Ben Judah said, and I quote, "The moment you understand what it is, you come into the British deep state's logic, which is that we must retain access to this thing at all costs. We would never be able to replicate if we had to do it all by ourselves." Unquote. The report said no financial figure had been discussed for any potential US purchase of the island chain. Such a plan would require Mauritius to first receive sovereignty before any future negotiations could take place. Trump initially supported the UK-Mauritius arrangement, but later criticized the deal as a strategic mistake. According to The Telegraph, tensions increased after disagreements over Diego Garcia's role during the Iran conflict. Trump later accused Starmer of losing control of a base he considers vital to long-term US security interests. Diego Garcia has been jointly operated by the United States and the United Kingdom since the 1970s. Notably, Iran claimed to have fired 2 ballistic missiles toward the Diego Garcia military base during the conflict. The development drew attention because Iran has long maintained its missile range is limited to around 2,000 kilometers. However, Diego Garcia is located roughly 4,000 kilometers from Iranian territory, raising questions among observers. Publicly available assessments indicate Iran possesses the largest missile inventory in the Middle East region. Most acknowledged Iranian ballistic missile systems are generally reported to have ranges between 1,300 and 2,000 kilometers. Some reports and assessments have suggested Iran may be developing longer-range missile capabilities beyond known systems. Sumar cruise missile reportedly assessed with a range of roughly 2,000 to 3,000 kilometers. Sejal ballistic missile is widely reported to have a reach of up to 2,500 kilometers. New variants of the Sejal series are reportedly being developed with longer-range objectives. Khorramshahr missile upgrades have been linked in some reports to extended range ambitions. Shahab 5 remains a reported developmental concept that could potentially exceed 5,000 kilometers. Shahab 6 has been referenced in reports as a program that may seek intercontinental range capability. On camera, Iran launched missiles toward Israel for the first time since the April truce, reigniting fears of a wider conflict. Air raid sirens echoed across northern Israel, sending millions scrambling for shelters as the attack unfolded. The IDF claimed most incoming missiles were intercepted or failed to reach their intended targets. Dramatic footage circulating online appeared to show at least one Iranian missile penetrating Israeli defenses and striking its target. Even as regional powers pushed for restraint, Tehran defended the strike as a response to Israeli actions in Lebanon.
In the name of God, the most gracious, the most merciful, the aggressive Zionist regime, by repeatedly violating the ceasefire and with the green light in support of the criminal United States and the silence of international bodies, has increased its wickedness against the oppressed people of Lebanon day by day, committing war crimes by using prohibited weapons, including phosphorus bombs. Despite previous warnings from the Islamic Republic of Iran, the child-killing Zionist regime, having crossed all red lines and increased its attacks in southern Lebanon, has targeted Beirut's Dahir. We had warned that if the crimes in Beirut's Dahir expand, we would attack targets within the occupied territories. The Zionist army must stop its attacks on southern Lebanon and Dahir. Should it expand its attacks on that region or respond to Iran's action, it will face even more crushing and regrettable blows, and devastating attacks will be launched against the regime and its supporters. Victory is only from God, the Almighty, the Wise.
IDF chief Eyal Zami declared Israel was prepared to respond militarily if further attacks were launched. At the same time, Trump moved swiftly to prevent the exchange from spiraling into a broader regional war. The US president reportedly urged Israel to avoid immediate retaliation despite the missile barrage. The White House feared a counterstrike could jeopardize ongoing diplomatic efforts with Tehran. Reports say Trump personally urged Netanyahu to hold fire, with Israel agreeing to avoid immediate escalation. Hours after the attack, Iran's Foreign Minister Abbas Araghchi launched a flurry of diplomatic outreach. Pakistan, Britain, France, Egypt, Qatar, and Turkey reportedly received the same message from Tehran. Araghchi argued that Israel's strikes on Beirut had violated the broader ceasefire understanding in the region.
$25 करोड़ गरीब गरीबी को परास्त करके बाहर निकले।
For the good of our nation, let's work together and let's truly make America great again.
The fastest news breaks.
Requested PM saying that we will have to speak to Putin and to Zelensky.
The biggest news makers.
The relationship with India is probably the most important bilateral relationship the U.S. will have for the rest of this century.
The capital delivered quite an election result today.
Expert analysis.
The million-dollar question today is how to stop this dance of death.
Ground reports.
I'm standing at the crossroad of the Kumbh Mela. Behind me are more than 100 entry ghats.
Long-form interviews.
Exclusionary politics is reflected in Manipur case as well. You don't bother because this is a small state.
Deep dive into burning issues.
It's often said DRC could be the richest country in the whole world. It's because of what sits underneath.
Why exactly did the US topple the Sheikh Hasina government?
HD videos. We don't just break news, we break it down.